Hello again, and this is Joraj here.
I'm Aaron G.
Welcome back to another talk by G Lifesavers Insurance. This week is the finale of our hot topic.
Right.
The top 3 reasons as to why people do not trust insurance company.
Correct.
Now, this week we're going to talk about policyholders' experience and whether it is a biased experience.
Yes, Joe. Remember I spoke to you the first thing right now. There are 3 moving parts, right?
Right.
You talk about the insurance company, you talk
Right.
about the agent,
Right.
and of course, the equally or even the most important part is, of course, yourself.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
So, what you do or what you perceive will affect your success, whether you're successful or not on your claims.
Correct. Now, friends, if you're watching, how many of you have actually never reviewed your policy? Ask yourself this. If you're wondering what the heck is policy review, that means you have not reviewed your policy.
Exactly.
It's time for you to sit down and review your policy. Now, we did do something about policy review, didn't we?
They did.
And we will leave the link in the description, or it may just pop up here.
Right.
Click the link and watch what is policy review and why you need that.
Right.
So I think it's suffice to say that they need to review their policy frequently, right?
I mean, I'll give you an example, Joe. Now, folks, if you buy a house, a new house, and if you don't do any maintenance, you don't check how your pipes are working for the next 10 or 20 years, you and I are going to know what's going to happen, right?
Right.
And it doesn't take 10 or 20 years to see the effects.
That's right.
Correct? So this is very, very similar to your house.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
So insurance or policy review is about making sure that whatever you plan remains steadfast, remains on point.
Correct. I mean, our needs change over time, right?
Absolutely.
It's imperative that your policy and insurance is your backup. So your backup must commensurate your needs.
Exactly.
Which is why when we sit down with our clients, the first question that we ask is, what are your concerns?
Correct.
What are your aspirations and what are your needs?
And that's why, Joe, when not only when I do say a client for sales, right? Sometimes I go for an appointment to help someone, maybe not my client, or even my client for claim, right? And most of them, when I ask them, someone will come and say, hey, Aaron, I have some problems, right, with my claims from another insurance company and so on and so forth. And I go in and see what actually I can do to help.
Right.
And it's very, very interesting to know is that most of them don't know their actual contractual benefits.
I see.
When I ask them, okay, for example, this one client of mine who had a heart attack.
Right.
So when I asked them, why was your claim rejected by another insurance company?
Right.
So I don't know. I already bought this insurance for 10, 20 years and I'm not sure why I've been paying faithfully, right? So this is very common, right? And yet when I'm making a claim, they say that I'm not covered.
Wow.
So the reason why the claim was rejected because it was not part of the policy. You see? And because the review was not done, the client did not know that it was not covered. As far as the client is concerned, I have insurance, that's enough.
Oh no.
You see? So that's the problem, Joe, because we all know not all insurance products are created equal, right?
Correct.
You have different insurances for different things, correct? Namely life insurance, medical, critical,
That's right.
accidental insurance.
That's right.
So each one of them have a different trigger event.
Correct.
Right.
Absolutely right.
So
You're
when you're
absolutely right.
making a claim, you need to know, does your product has the same triggering event or not? Example, if you bought a personal accident policy and you had a heart attack, right? We know that personal accident insurance does not cover for heart attack,
Right.
because the triggering event is not the same,
Right. You're absolutely right.
correct? And
Absolutely
if
right.
you have done a policy review, this would have been picked up much earlier.
Correct. See, policy review summarizes your benefits in a simplified way.
Exactly.
Let me ask you guys, how many of us actually read our policy contracts? Including me, yeah? Before
Right.
I became a planner, whenever my agent passes me his policy, my policy book, it's nice, very, the smell is very nice, the smell of paper. Now you just put it in a file and you just tuck it in your shelf and it sits there forever and ever, right? Do you actually take it for reading pleasure? It's not a storybook.
That's right.
It's not a novel, and it doesn't have a lot of pictures. It's a contract. Look, it's a contract is something boring for many people, so we don't look at it. But when you do a policy review, Evan, we actually simplify everything there for the client to see, so that they don't have to crack their brain and
Exactly.
refer their policy book.
That's what it's done. So take it as it is maintaining or maintenance work rather
Correct.
than to rebuild the whole thing. It's more of a maintenance work. So policy review is basically maintaining your policy to make sure that it's working or it's oiled well and it's running at
Correct.
its full speed, right?
Correct.
Now, Joe, one of the things that I found out, right, with regarding to the third reason regarding the policyholders' buyer's experience is regarding on health information.
Ooh.
Right. So you see, folks, when I fill up forms from the clients, right, sometimes some clients request not to declare certain things.
Wow.
Okay? They can cite, it's not important, it's trivial, it's difficult. I mean, there's a list of it, right? So you see, those are red flags.
I don't know why people actually take such risk upon themselves.
And guys, some unscrupulous agents say, yeah, why not? Since you want to make my work easier. I don't declare. But after a couple of years down the road, when this is flagged as a non-disclosure, right, what happens? Your claims are not paid.
Why take the risk on yourself? It's if it has to be declared, declare it. If you're not sure, declare it.
Exactly. Right? So you're going to make sure that everything is on the table.
Correct.
Right? Now,
Correct.
Joe, in the past 17 years of my experience, I've seen so many combinations and how easy it is that things can get wrong.
Correct.
Even trivial matters has caused the claims to be rejected.
Absolutely. How many times we've heard such horror stories, right?
Correct.
Something that happened 10, 15 years ago, not declared, but it comes and blows up right at their face.
Exactly. So do not give room for this to happen, correct?
Remember, guys, when you are declaring, it is for your own good. It's not for the agent's benefit, it's for your own good. We want to make sure that you get your claims that is due to you.
Exactly. Now, and last but not least, right, with regards to why people don't trust insurance
That's
companies.
a very interesting point. Man.
Yeah, this is very, very interesting. Now, most of people's experience about insurance company on the horror stories and all that, believe me or not, Joe, is based on third parties' experience.
I've heard this many times. My friends say,
Right. My father say.
my relatives say. In fact, I think even my father said, don't trust insurance agents.
Exactly.
Don't trust insurance companies. Don't even buy insurance.
But the question is, what happens after that? Why?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How?
Mm.
That has not been addressed.
Correct.
So that the whole scene of what happened overtakes everything else.
Correct. I agree.
Yeah. So you remember what happened, but you don't remember why.
You don't
how.
go in detail
Yeah.
why it happened.
Right.
Is it really true?
Right.
So we form our opinions based on anger, based on emotional bashing.
And that is so unfortunate, guys, is because we allow other people's experience, verified or non-verified, to cloud our judgment,
Correct.
to nullify the good things that can come from having a proper insurance coverage for our family, right?
Correct.
So the cause and effect on a third-party experience in our life is so huge.
That's right.
And some of us can even live with that for years without knowing why.
Mhm.
So my advice, folks, don't give me a chance. Don't give an agent a chance.
Mm.
Give yourself and family a chance. Explore, understand, right? And this is the reason why we're having this video.
Correct.
We're not here to tell you what is right and what is wrong.
Yes.
That's not our duty. Our
Yeah.
duty is just to give you the alternative view to why it is what it is, and you make the right decision.
Absolutely spot on. Thank you, Evan. I think it is very clear that that we the last 3 weeks we talked about all the three moving components: the insurance company, the agent, and today we talked about the policyholder. Guys, if you have any questions, any clarifications, leave a comment. We'll get to you. Follow us in our social media pages, like and subscribe. Smash that subscribe button again and follow us for more updates. With that, this is Joe Raj.
And I'm Aaron G.
Thank you and see you again soon. Bye.
Bye.